Probably, I guess, in July, I guess. And yeah, I'll be in the US and Europe in June, but I guess I probably won't see you any of those things. So, boy, fantastic. Well, looking forward to it. Yeah, let's be in touch. Got any questions about anything, just email me. But fantastic.
Okay, great.
What do you think of Australia?
I like it. I'm looking forward to
What
You're taping everything here? So did you give a talk?
what do you love the most about Australia?
Well, the philosophy's great.
Broadly. I think I missed a tiny bit of your question. Actually,
We have to get your name tag here.
yeah,
This
see?
is Eric Schwitzgebel, and the master of introspection. What do you love the most? The kangaroos?
The kangaroos are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The bike paths.
Yeah.
Yeah, the birds.
Yeah.
The mellow attitude of the Australian people.
That is cool. That is cool. What about the beer? Good
The
beer?
beer is very good. The hats are awesome.
Oh yeah.
So
Good.
there's a lot to like.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Flown a long way.
Here we have in front of us David Lewis's wife, Stephanie Lewis herself. How did you like the talk today?
I thought that both of them were terrific.
Yes.
David was a fairly high-tech philosopher, and here we have a couple of people dealing with the technicalities in ways that make them come alive, and we get to the philosophical roots of what all of the technology was about. It's so easy to get lost.
How do you think that David Lewis would have responded to David Chalmers' talk?
I was thinking about that during the talk. I don't know that David Lewis thought of himself as creating an Aufbau. It turns out, I think what Dave Chalmers has said is absolutely spot on. I think it gets David's life project right.
That's right.
And David only said relatively late in his life that he found himself being a systematic philosopher. He never set out to be that way. It just sort of worked out. Though how you can do something systematic by accident is something that neither he nor I ever understood.
What question would you have asked David Chalmers had he been here right now?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, no, I think it is orthogonal depending on how one defines amplicity.
He probably would have had many. Pick one.
A single question.
But what's good about this
Well, the reductionism.
Yes.
Or,
is that you don't have to.
and Aufbau starts at the bottom and works up.
Yes.
I think David Moore started at the top and worked
Down.
so it was an Unterbau
Yes.
rather than an Aufbau.
That makes me feel better. I don't feel like I misunderstood so much.
I don't think so. The question, this is not something that's really of much importance, but David he read Hume when he was young. He knew his Leibniz, but he considered himself a Humean.
Yeah.
The fact that he and Leibniz had a grand scheme of the density, density of logical space was, I think Hume was much more of an influence on David.
Yes.
He read Hume when he was a very young man.
Yeah.
He was a boy when he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you, since we are now on a video here, can you tell us about David?
Tell you about David.
Just what comes to mind.
What comes to mind?
Stephanie, you coming to the bar?
Dave, I'd love to, but I'm suffering from both cognitive and emotional overload. But thank you.
I see you're getting documented on this.
We're both getting documented.
Here's the speaker, David Chalmers, and
the patron.
Yes. What comes to mind?
David,
David, you met David Lewis. What do you think that David Lewis would have asked? Which question would David Lewis have asked you at this talk?
I wouldn't have dared to give this talk in front of him.
David, it's his loss not to be here.
Stephanie, what comes to mind? What would you say about David Lewis in the philosophical context of this talk?
In the philosophical context of this talk.
What would you say? I mean, where does he fit in this?
I think, Dave Chalmers, I think you get absolutely right that David was a systematic philosopher, but he didn't come with the metaphysical, I can't say baggage. And Carnap brought with him the logical positivist, logical empiricist tickets. And I think David started out on a I won't say tabula rasa. Both of them had tabulae, but David's, I think, had less writing on it than Carnap's when they began.
Yeah, maybe this is right.
Yeah, at a guess.
Although one of my things about Carnap is there's a lot of Carnap left, even once you take away the logical positivism.
Yeah.
So much of what Carnap did is, people think of Carnap as the greatest, this uber positivist, and therefore think it's all refuted. But you can take the positivism out of Carnap, and you might even get Lewis
and there's a lot left, as we saw this evening.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's not just metaphilosophy or methodology. There's a good deal of hardcore metaphysics
Right. Yeah.
that's left after you.
Do you think he would have had objections to David Chalmers' talk?
Sure.
Very
But
big
I
vote.
don't think they would have been fundamental ones. There would have been points of clarification. There would have been points of which of the various premises that contribute to David Lewis's kind of upside-down Aufbau, the importance of which premise over which I think might have been a matter of some discussion.
What was David Lewis's greatest strength philosophically?
Patience.
Patience.
Clear-mindedness, patience.
Did he write? He wrote letters to everyone who wrote him, right? He wrote
did.
letters back.
He never did email, and well, that wouldn't have entered into things until the last 10 or so years of his life. He thought with pen or typewriter in hand, and he never threw away a piece of paper in his life. If you want a gas bill from 5 Irving Terrace in the year 1965, the year we were married, you can have this. If you want a letter from the rabbi who married us, dear Mr. Lewis, what a great pleasure it was to preside over your union, and I wish you very great luck and health in your life, however your check bounced. And the reason the check bounced is because the rabbi kept it for 3 months, after which time we had closed the checking account upon which it was written.
Before we run out of time here, we have 2 minutes left. If you had to mention one personality trait of David Lewis, philosophically or non-philosophically or personally, which personality trait would you mention as standing out as a positive feature?
Clear-headedness. And a lack of prejudice.
Can you give an example?
Well, he went through, when he was a student, as when anybody was a student, there were cult figures around. There were things that were fashionable. There were corners of philosophy that were fashionable. When he was a graduate student at Harvard, there were 2 members of the department who were extremely fashionable, about whom cults collected. And there was a 3rd member, Donald C. Williams, who was not the least bit fashionable. And David greatly admired both the writing and the style of Donald Williams. And if anybody, after Quine, had great influence on David at Harvard, it was Williams. But there was no cult. There was nothing fashionable about him. David was the last man to go around with the fashionistas and pick up what was cultish and what was the most popular and what had the greatest following among the really, really hyper-cool graduate students.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Britt.